I wish I had this book 5 years ago because I would have learned this special formula. I can see it being able to help me put in the work to achieve all my dreams, to help push me, especially when all I feel like doing is lying on the couch to watch YouTube. I don't want to be the same way in the next 5 years, undisciplined, hesitant, so afraid of failure I end up only planning, barely taking action. That's why I want to make this formula a habit, because so far I only used it a couple times and I've had good results, and I can even feel a good side effect a day or two after I did the exercise/formula. So I think once this process is just second nature to me, I could see myself making a lot of money, not renting out my time and soul to a job I hate so I can pay the bills. I could see myself with a passive income stream and actually following through on all my fun and ambitious plans. So what is this formula? So step one in the formula is brain dumping. This is basically where you write down all the thoughts in your head, but you do it in the special way for this formula. So first you think of the work you know you're supposed to be doing but you don't feel like doing, like studying or doing a Pomodoro session to get some work done. And then you think to yourself, why don't I feel like doing this? Then you write down all your thoughts. For example, a couple of my sessions went like this. So for context, I'm a waiter and some customers are rude, cutting me off, looking at me like I'm dirt on their shoe. I get pissed, but eventually I have an off day, and I get happy because I don't have to be there. And then I plan on working to accomplish my dreams. But then I only end up working for 2 hours out of my 16 hours a week. And the rest of my time, I'm trying to convince myself to put away the YouTube videos and TV shows for later. Why would I do that? Well, let's take you through the exercise. So I get home, I'm pissed and tired, and I know I should probably work on my YouTube videos. So I would start to brain dump, and I write down that I have work tomorrow, so if I do this work now, then I'll probably be even more tired tomorrow. And today, I was treated like garbage. So I just want a day to chill and relax, not worrying about anything. Let's pause the situation. If I didn't have this formula, this wouldn't be a never-ending cycle. I would never end up reaching my goals because I would never feel ready enough and motivated to do anything. And if I keep waiting on motivation, the next 5 years will make me very sad. But you can't always willpower your way through. This is where the formula and brain dumping comes in. So you keep writing down your reasons for not wanting to do the work you need to do, and then you keep going until all the thoughts are out. And just to let you know, brain dumping till the chimp in your head stays quiet is very important, and it has a better overall effect, because when I skipped this one time and I didn't fully let all the thoughts out and I only let out some, I noticed less potent results. And I realized it's because who is more likely to listen to reason? Someone who is erratic and only wants one thing, or someone who is calm and will listen to the input of other people? So here comes part 2 of the formula, where you disprove the chimp. After reading this book and knowing things about self-improvement, you realize those thoughts aren't you. It's what the chimp in your head wants. And what that chimp wants is going to sabotage you. Like it thinks, oh, I don't want to do anything because I'll be tired. You have to start disproving its thoughts and disagreeing with it. Because it's not what the real you wants, it's the chimp. It wants the easy way out. It only wants to survive, do the bare minimum. It doesn't want to thrive and put in the hard work that will pay off later. The chimp would rather have a good time now, even if that means deeply regretting its choices later. So when I was brain dumping, the chimp in me said, oh, I'm tired, I deserve to watch these videos for hours. And then I realized I've done this before. So I wrote down that I actually don't feel relaxed after hours of YouTube. I feel worse because I know I wasted a day. And yes, I'm tired, but I can still work for what the real me wants. After disproving the chimp's thoughts and realizing what I really wanted, it motivated me. But you and me have those days where you might need the extra push to jumpstart ourselves into gear. This is where part 3 comes in, the bananas. This is a reward to give yourself before and after you do your task. So I love coffee. I tell myself, you can get a cup after you're done. And that kicks me into gear because I love coffee. Or if I'm having a bad day, I say to myself, go ahead and sit down at the desk with a cup, but you have to start working. And sometimes I'll do both. I'll get coffee before and after a Pomodoro work period. And earlier I did a shift where we were busy for hours, just constant hyper awareness. It almost felt like it was never going to end. And before I knew about this formula, that whole 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. shift would have shut me down for the whole day. But here I am working on a video, and I didn't even do the brain dump. So that's what I was talking about with the lasting effects. I just sat down for a little bit and thought about what the human wants, and I used the banana thing, and now here I am. I basically disproved the thoughts in my head, and I sat down for a little bit, and then I used the banana trick, and I got coffee before and after a work period, and now here I am. So if you have questions, or if you want to really see if this formula still works, then subscribe and turn on notifications, or look at my page if it's been a while since I posted this video. And if I kept going and there's more posts, then it means it worked.